Welcome back to Let's Play Rome Total War Carthage campaign, episode the 153rd with me, Squawker. And when you left off, things may look a little different from when we actually left off, but things always look different, don't they? So what happened last time, quickly? Well, we have captured Arretium, and we are just currently working to consolidating our grip on this area. And we're also trying to work to just kick it out last with Julian, because they now hold only 2 minor settlements before they are eliminated. So that's what we're working towards. We've also managed to tempt the Egyptians. As you can see, one's run away, and with a reason why I will explain now. So I'm actually half an hour into this recording, and wouldn't you Adam and Eve it, Rome Total War crashed upon me ending this turn. You actually haven't missed any battles though, so no battles have actually occurred. I was actually just doing admin. So yeah, I mean, all that happened was I hit the end turn button, got through the Brutii's turn where we just wandered about a bit, then the game crashed and corrupted the recording. So fantastic there. But yeah, it's just been admin. Only really main things to be keeping an eye on. I have moved this army out of Larissa, so I'm going to try and tempt Captain Queso into fighting me on the field rather than doing a siege in Saliforth where my artillery will be less effective. And I'm preparing a strike force against Kydonia, and I attempted to attack Captain Achenia. He ran away, so I've moved away because I don't want to fight these two at once. It wouldn't work in my favour. And I'm also preparing a navy to sail out of Carthage because we're going to use the big army I've built here against the Brutii. So I'm also going to be landing a smaller one against the Brutii as well. So basically we're going to give the Brutii a double whammy, but since the Senate has such a high military strength, we need a big army to take them down. And that's really about it. It's just really been adding a few units to the trading roster. And yeah, I mean, actually there's only one other thing of importance. Levavum has finally grown. I dropped a few troops in, did some disbandments, so we are now growing Levavum, which is really, really nice. But what we are going to do is we are going to end the turn. We're going to observe our enemies, and in terms of battles, I think the really customer we're going to be dealing with is probably the Julii, because we might be fighting here. The Egyptians may send an army forward, but I think I'm just in Captain Heruben's range, so he may catch up to me, but that's what I want him to do. So let's see what happens. Right, so the Egyptians have definitely taken up my offer. So Captain Heruben is going to attack us with his army. He has near enough of the same amount of men as I do, but I do outnumber him still. What he is bringing to the field today is a whole heck of a bunch of Pharaoh's bowmen, which is going to make life a little hectic for my elephants. But at the same time, the Egyptians are known for being quite inefficient with these guys, and if I can get my cavalry out there, I'll be able to stomp on them. He is bringing quite a few Nile spearmen, but he is lacking completely in Pharaoh's Guard, apart from one actually, but he's using Nile spearmen as his main body. These guys seem to be okay, but they definitely don't last as long as Pharaoh's Guard. They're probably, like I said, they're their version of the Poeni infantry, but our Poenis do seem to do better than them anyway. I think it's really because we pack a bit more of a attacking power, so yeah, I think we should hold out alright against these guys. Also, my Poenis are upgraded, theirs are not. A couple of Nubians, don't really matter about those. And a few Desert Axes. Honestly, what we've seen of those guys so far has been pretty disappointing. I guess it can deal damage, but at the same time, their morale is more often than not pretty low, so they don't really put in too much effort against us. We've also got 2 units of Egyptian chariots to watch out for, so we'll definitely keep an eye on them for trying to hare around our flanks. But that being said, it's once more a bit of a mixed bag that we're dealing with, but that's really what we've come to expect from the Egyptians. Either way, I think our key objective of this battle is eliminate those Pharaoh's bowmen before we can get those elephants in there, because there's a lot of them, so we might actually try and use them a bit smarter this time around. But let's fight this on a battle map and see how we can do it.
Today is a day for brave deeds, so that our fame will be known from one end of the world to another. Wherever men admire courage, our names will be known. Now shout out to the gods. Shout your battle cries. Put true fear into the hearts of our enemies, oh noble soldiers!
Right, let's get ready to fight.
Await my orders!
So, it looks like we've got a hill to use today, so we are definitely going to once more utilise the high ground to keep the Egyptians away. So first things first, slingers will make up the front part of our defence, so we're going to put them there and they can do their usual thing. They do seem to have quite a fun time doing a bit of volleying and back and forth with the Egyptians. They do seem to be quite capable of fending them off. Onagers can be also relatively close to the front of our defensive line just because we don't want to risk blowing up our own men. Sacred Band will make up the front of the defences, so we're going to offer them a strong front to try and attack, but we also are going to round out our wings. So we've got 2 units of Pawanese guarding this wing, and we'll have 2 units of Pawanese guarding the other wing. So there we go, that should try and deter the chariots and also try and deter them from trying to flood our sides, try and keep these gaps quite tight as well. The enemy doesn't really have any artillery, so that's fine. Obviously we do have quite a few bowmen to try and make life a little hectic for us, but we'll take that as it comes. We're also going to put our spearmen on the supra flank, or whatever you want to call this, so they're just going to be there and they'll just be there ready for general anti-cav support. Elephants, while these guys are tough, they are once more still prone to berserking, so we are going to just maneuver them towards the back, but we'll bring them in when I see fit, mainly once we've got the desert bowmen distracted. But to be honest, Pharaoh's bowmen actually do usually tend to go for melee rather than archer combat, which is a bit weird, but we must always account for what they're up to. And I've split my cavalry into 2 groups as usual, so we've got the elite cavalry group, the light cavalry group. They should be capable of doing their things. Iberians, you are really a reserve unit, but I may be able to find you something to do. But for now, just keep in reserve. I may need you to try and plug up any gaps that start forming in the formation. Either way, that's my formation, so we sort of spread out into a nice big semicircle to try and keep the enemy deterred. We've got the heavy onagers to try and launch a few shots, and the slingers should keep the enemy back initially. So, let's prepare for some incoming angry Egyptians. We've gone and deployed all the way over there. Well done, guys. Either the onager is going to start opening fire. Looks like we are going to have a chariots incoming first. That's always fun. But then again, these guys also are somewhat prone to being smashed up by slingers. So that's fine by me. We are going to target these desert axes over here as well. Oh! Oh, I thought we were going to get a good shot to start off with. Oh, well. Keep it up, onagers. Well, it looks like the enemy is trying to escape our range, or at least they are just trying to make a formation of some sort, so they are just trying to get themselves organised, because I guess they weren't quite sure what they were doing, but that's fine by me. For now, we are just letting off a couple of shots. Not quite hitting the target just yet, but we'll just, you know, let the onager get warmed up first. We'll see what can happen. Whoa, 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 whoa. No following. You can keep your position if you want. Let's see, yeah, the Egyptians actually have decided to deploy outside our range. Okay, I'll give you permission to move forward, but the slingers must move forward too. So slingers, move forward a little bit, because the hitting power of artillery is invaluable for what we need to accomplish today, so I do need to get these guys moved forward, but if need be, we will have to abandon our siege engines. Here, there we go, it looks like we don't need to deploy too far ahead. So slingers, draw your line here, no skirmishing by the way. Right, what is the enemy up to so far? They are not really planning to move, or at least I guess they are trying to get ready, or they are going to start bringing their line forward quite quickly now. Right, guys, you better be ready to launch a couple of shots, because we've got some incoming, or at least right, they're taking their time. Good. Either way, time's a limited resource here, so we must make sure we are using every shot to its full potential. You're kidding me, aren't you? Right, come on. You can do better than that. One more shot, man. I need to get you behind that line. Ooh, oh my god. Right, come on, one more shot. I'm going to have to get greedy, but one more shot, please. Just don't solder it up, please. I should probably give you a bit more of a target to hit. Right, you hit something. You only hit some slingers, though. That isn't really much use to me. I know their slingers are useless anyway, but right. Artillery behind the lines. The enemy's getting too close for comfort now. Slingers, you better be ready. Then we're going to need to try and parry with those desert axes, and maybe try and hit the Nile spears. Nile spears are relatively well armoured, but at the same time, their armour isn't invincible, so I mean, you definitely can get a couple of hits. I mean, their armour's actually made out of crocodiles or whatever. Yeah, probably made out of crocodiles, right? Getting our first few shots out. I think we are hitting mainly with desert axes. We are definitely starting to club their numbers down, right? Enemy is trying to advance on a weird angle though. So right, cavalry, run down those desert axes and deal with them. They're a fine target for you to hit. Slingers, I'd recommend trying to bank around somewhere else where you're not going to be in so much trouble. Right, desert axes went down. Pharaoh's bowmen, get rid of them. Looks like the enemy archers aren't really too interested in engaging conventionally. Oop. There he goes, right.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers.
I think that was him over there. Right. Gonna bring the elephants in because Pharaoh's bowmen aren't fighting conventional tactics, so we may be able to bring them down that way. Iberians, I want you to pull around here and get ready to potentially provide support over there. Right, looks like we lost a few slingers though. To the enemy. Oh wait, I say we lost a few slingers, but then my slingers somehow fought back and killed them all, so that's good. Right. Oh no 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 no! Don't you dare! Right. Elephants, turn yourselves around. Someone get those Pharaoh's bowmen dealt with. They are trying to piss the elephants off, and I don't take to that very well. That is animal cruelty. Elephants! 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 I said move away. Do not keep yourselves nearby. Pharaoh's bowmen are using conventional tactics today. They are going for anti-elephant. We can just try and scrub them out. I think we've actually scrubbed out all four. So right, good. I think we've actually got the Egyptians on the run in general now. So I'm going to bring the elephants in now for good because yeah, Pharaoh's bowmen have been dealt with. Whatever is left now is running around, hasn't got a clue in the world of what it's doing. And yeah, I think we've actually just beaten the Egyptians. I think the Libyan spearmen have actually done more work than the Sacred Band today. Yeah, I've got one engagement going on here, but yeah, looks like the Nile spearmen don't really stand much hope. Skirmishers, you are getting slaughtered up, and I do apologise I have allowed that to happen, but so far you've actually managed to hold out quite well, so you know what, get a few volleys out against them. Volley against anything you can beat, basically. Other slingers, I'd recommend getting you out in the field now. Elephants, chase down whatever's left. You have nothing to worry about now. So just get out there, do what you need to do. Long shield cavalry, up and at them. Some of the chariots have come back into the game. You should be capable of dealing with them because I think they're on the run anyway, so you may just be able to catch up to them. Right, Royal Cavalry unit, pull away and deal with the desert axes. Let the elephants control this flank now. But at the same time, Egyptians are just going to shoot down whatever's left. I'm just making sure there's no more Pharaoh's bowmen left, but that was a close call there. They were definitely trying to go for my elephants and piss them off, really, but managed to deal with that quite effectively, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the Egyptians going down like that. Either way, let's just run down whatever's left and try and reduce this army as close to zero as possible. It's probably not going to happen, unfortunately, but a lot of them have got away. But the more we kill now, the better we've done. Now, let's try and pull towards those slingers if you can. Let the cavalry just basically... I want the elephants hitting anything that's chunky. Cavalry's just good for just cleaning up all the little bits of dregs and scrubs and everything like that. At the same time, I do really appreciate our elephants and their amazing ability just to have missile attacks as well while on the move. That is just so useful to me, really. Anyway, we are just pulling around, throwing the Egyptians around. Managed to see off this army at least. Happy with that. Very happy with that. Right. Anything that's left, get rid of it. End of.
The enemy cowards run! Drive them from the battlefield!
Elephants, just snipe whatever's left. You don't really need to move around anymore, just keep sniping. Right, so the Egyptians once more have given us a wonderful display in the field, or at least they gave me a wonderful display in the field of how great my troops are. Losses, look like we haven't really lost too many troops. I mean, I don't know, let's go have a look. Yeah, a lot of dead Egyptians. This unit lost a couple, but not really many. Yeah. Oh, there's one. There's a dead Carthaginian. Right, any more? Probably a couple of slingers, but man, look at all these destroyed chariots. Oh, I saw another one there. yeah, looking like a pretty clean sweep. Oh, wait. Oh, dear, someone died there. Yeah, alright, a couple of slingers there, but, yep. Good performance, my men. I see few casualties today, and that is excellent performance. Right, who's left in this battlefield? Is someone, like, not retreated yet? Or are we just having that weird thing where the game doesn't quite honor it? Someone way over there. What is it? Is it worth me dealing? Oh, it's a Pharaoh's guard. Just the last do. Right, let him die. If you can catch him, I'll be happy with that. He's a Pharaoh's guard. May as well wipe out his entire unit. Oh, I think it's just a captain. Right. I'd say take him prison, but oh, he's got multiple voice syndrome as well, it seems. As well as crap walking syndrome. Put him out of his misery.
Victory is sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Good work, men. As the Egyptians dealt with for a little longer. And yeah, very few casualties, by the way. We only lost 261 men, so we are definitely more than strong enough to continue performing in the field with this army. And yeah, not a lot really to say there. Maybe Egyptians will come for another round during this turn, but I really should have taken a look at the kills, but oh, whatever. Good performance. Ah, right. This is not so good a performance. Alright. I'd recommend you get out of there, Zeuxias. It's not worth your time.
Retreat! Moves depleted, mighty lord.
Our ships are under
And then some pirates. I was having a bit of an issue here, actually. That wasn't recorded. I took down some pirates when some more pirates turned up, and then my navy split into several different pieces and pissed me off a lot, so yeah.
Roll for your lives! Out of moves, sire!
Here's where this massive pirate fleet needs knocking down. And we've also now got a suitable husband. This is Himsul Malaga. He's very young, he's only 16. And he has nothing about him. Right. But apparently he's a good attacker. Not the best CV in the world, if I'm honest. I don't know. I don't know where Pervincer is, so I guess I can always make use of an extra family member, even if he looks a bit weird. Welcome aboard. I'll find you something to do soon. Right, end of turn report, by the way. We have lost money, right, but not too much, so we may be able to recover from that. Death stalks the land, plagues hit Lamernum. Alright, that's a bit of a dick, but right, we'll have to just tank that one out. Lamernum, any public sanitation solutions we could build? Public baths? Yeah, get those up. Right, agent found. It's Julian's spy found in Arretium, right, and the Senate is on the move. That's dangerous. Right, we need to be wary of us. Looks like the Brutii are on the move as well. Could be an interesting opportunity for us, though. Right, you.
My eyes are yours.
We got anyone in Rome? You are to be in Rome now. Watch them like a hawk. And you get yourselves in Croton as well. Keep watching them. Right. Faction announcements, by the way. Alcipa has been born. Amilcus Volubis now is a good commander with 2 extra commands, so his battle there confirmed a nice little bonus. Kiltzwell Neferis has a quartermaster and also an orator. And Zamolxis Hadramentum has a treasurer, a procurator, so he's definitely becoming a governor, and a Chirigan. So cool, right. Your ship isn't ready yet, by the way, Zalmoxis, but you will be jumping on soon. Construction report, by the way, reads as Lamernum has completed its execution square, but it's now working on public sanitation. Batavium completed a shrine to Milcar, and oh great, some fucking brigands as well. Right, I'm not dealing with those just yet. Right, start working on a temple to Milcar, and also retrain whatever you have left here. Arimium now has a large temple to Baal, so upgrade that to the awesome. Arretium also has a shrine, so upgrade that to the temple. And then it's just really repairs. Cool, right. In terms of recruitment, Lamernum some peasants, Carthage a new Triene, Tingi some sacred band, Certus some sacred band cavalry, Massilis some Poenis, Demidi some slingers, Caraz some Poenis, Phapsus some Libyan spears, Scalabus some peasants, Lepsis Magnus some Libyan spears, Alicia some Libyan spears, Batavium some sacred band cavalry, Poenis from Messan, Sparta some long shields, Erimnium, Corinth from Bielazora some Poenis, Thessalonica some Libyans, And some long shield cavalry from Arretium. Right, cool. Married celebrates Barbara. Himsel Malaga has married into a family. He is currently in Scalabis, or next to Scalabis. Right. Well done. You've just won yourself a job of governing Cordoba because you're too far away for me to be bothered with you. So, congratulations on your new governing job. By the way, you, Carmian or Raffle, why is it, oh fuck, he's lewd now as well. It's seriously, well, it might have just been you anyway, but I swear to God, just Scalabis just has something with raising dickheads, and again, the same goes with Cordoba and Dimidi. Right, well, I'm not really going to be dealing with that right now. For now, we've got other things to be worrying about, such as, I think we could maybe mop up what's left of Captain Aheniot. He may bring his mate Captain Footmose in, but that's literally the army we've just beaten up, so I'm tempted to go and chase him down and finish him off. The Julii have withdrawn from Larissa, but they are preparing, look like, for their final attack. But at the same time, you, Theododecles, deliver the package. As in, get this lot on the ground and have them head to Apollonia. That'll give the Julii something to worry about. Right, excellent. Theododecles, you can also now just go and start targeting some enemies. One thing I did actually mention in the bit that was cut out, I'm thinking of conquering Asia Minor, or at least this bit of Asia Minor. Gives a nice buffer against the Egyptians and maybe cut down their naval control of the Eastern Med. Still a work in progress, that idea though, so don't quote me on it. Right, Masana, by the way, get your troops onboarded because I want to go to Croton. Because we have, I mean, I think I've got everyone on there, right? But Croton is looking quite conquerable at the minute. But what we were planning to do was we were going to drop a diplomat off and we're going to try and slip them a dirty bribe. See if it works. So, don't know how this would work. If you go here, and we just get the diplomat off, you, so, and also get the assassin up to no good as well. So who's around? Go for Publius Paulus if you want. Right, and you, Ribaldi Ilorki, I want you to come here, and I want you to have a chat with the people of Croton. They don't like us, of course, but then again, when do they like us? And we can't bribe the city. Are you just like terrible? Or we could have them to become my protectorate. If I could do this, this would be humiliating for the Brutii, and also keep them off my back for a little longer. Brutii, would you like to be not quite a next, but do you want to become my pet for a little bit? And except, or I'm gonna fucking blow you up as well. I will go for you if you don't attack. If you do this, let's see if it works. Our freedom is precious and not surrendered lightly. We see no need to become your servants, no matter how it is hidden behind fine words. I guess at the same time they wouldn't become a protectorate because of the whole Senate thing as well. Unless... You know my fee for becoming your protectorate? Does the same apply backwards? Not 50,000 by the way, you can sod off if you think you're getting that. I think I've made 5 grand. 5 grand and I will be nice to you for a little bit. And again, what do I even get from them being protectorate? Shit all, really, but I get them off my back. Actually, it might be useful because it'll buy me time to deal with the Senate and consolidate Northern Italy. Hefty price, sir. But at the same time, I'm a little wary of the Brutii. This is just an experiment. I'm doing it as an experiment because I've never had this opportunity, so you know what? I want to... Alright, we don't want to bother anyway. Right, whatever, I'll attack then, because I said I accept all attacks, so... What do I have? Not enough to deal with Croton at this exact minute. But, you know what, these troops still have a use. Ship them up to Segesta, please. It was worth a try. Maybe make the Senate demand to be a protectorate. It won't work, but I'm going to do it just for the laugh. Or even, you know, just hang around and wait for something to bribe. Maybe bribe a Brutii into becoming my servant. If we could find one who's particularly weak-willed, that would be hilarious. Hannibal, you can resume the blockade of Croton now. And yes, Hannibal himself hasn't really bothered to show up in this campaign, so yeah, boo, sucks to him. Tabnet, you're going to make your move on Captain K, so he's trying to avoid us, and I want him dealt with. So that's going to be... Is that going to be our final battle for today already? Yeah, I think we could do 2 more battles today. So you know what? I want to leave the big finish till last. Queso's last, because I want to do the easier battle first. So the easier battle is... We're going to deal with some Egyptians again, because yes, the Egyptians are now insultingly easy. So... Move in, deal with Captain Ahenia. If Captain Footmost wants to join, he is most welcome to do so, but this time I will take the offensive, and I'm going to, well, not stop him. Actually, stop him, make him run away. Anyway, he's going down. And he is joining us for today, so that brings the numbers up to a bit more even, but I still outnumber by about 500 men today. Strength ratio is 2-to-1 in my favour, so let's just quickly refresh ourselves what Ahenia has left. He has a unit of Pharaoh's Guard, 1 and a teeny bit unit of Pharaoh's Bows, a unit of Egyptian Chariots, a teeny bit of Egyptian Chariots, some Egyptian Chariot Archers, an Onager who won't be turning up today, 2 Slingers, 2 Skirmishers, or at least 1 and a bit, and some Desert... Yeah, he doesn't have a lot. Should be pretty easy for us to basically... steamroll him. Even the elephants on their own couldn't near enough to do this, but because of Pharaoh's Bowmen it won't happen. And there is still going to be a somewhat heavy presence of Pharaoh's Bowmen, since Footmost himself is bringing 2 full units of Pharaoh's Bowmen. It was you I dealt with, wasn't it? Or I'm thinking this is someone else, but whatever. Either way, it's someone who's going to get wrecked. Yeah, 3 Pharaoh's Bowmen, Desert Bowmen, or Bowmen. Fuck, I think even Iberian infantry could beat those guys. Some dudes with some long things. And 2 units of Egyptian Chariots. I think we can take him down. May just need to be a bit cautious with the others, because there's going to be a high presence of archers in this battlefield. So, because the Egyptians are definitely getting a little smarter in that area, but I think we can bring him down with relatively comfortably. So, keep it up. Keep bringing down these Egyptians, and I will be happy to see a few more of them kicked out of our lands, and we can start moving on Cyrene if possible.
Now is the time for battle. Pull on your armor, grasp your shield, and take up the blade. For our enemies, the sun has risen for the last time. Now, take up the sword. Pull on your armor. We go to test our courage in the fires of battle.
Hopefully we can keep the fire in this battle to a minimum, as in the minimum fire I want is my artillery firing fireballs in this not quite sandstorm area into the ranks of the enemy, even though we have a few hills to contend with in this deserty, duny place. We'll take the lower dunes today because they're a little more negotiable than whatever the fuck's going on here. And that one is just, I think we'll be deploying too far away from the enemy. If we go here, it is relatively sensible. We can pretty much crest without too much difficulty, and we should be able to score a couple of good shots on the enemy, if that is correct. So, artillery, you'll be taking the lead today, or the not quite lead, but you know what I mean. So, artillery, you get yourselves ready. Slingers, a little bit depleted on the slingers now, but barely, because my slingers are very brave and can go toe-to-toe with chariots because they're just that badass now. Sacred Band, you get yourselves here, and you are going to be the main line of attack because once more we are dealing with a javelin-free enemy. Poenes will be marching along the flanks, so we're going to have them march sort of here, just then staggered out a little bit, and then also just accounting for any flank work the enemy may try to pull on us, so there we go. Libyan Spears will have you packed here because usually with chariots usually just choose one side. I just want you to chase it down the melee chariots today. Cavalry, long shields are going to try and keep the chariot archers under check. Royal Cavalry, you'll be dealing with the bowmen. Elephants, you're at the back of the formation because there are archers. Iberians, you are here, you are support as usual, but you can basically, you know, probably go toe-to-toe with the lighter units of Egypt. Either way, we're going to make our way up this valley, get some artillery shots out, bring up our phalanxes, eliminate the bowmen, let the elephants finish the job. Pretty much our standard Egyptian tactic now, which we seem to be developing quite nicely.
The enemy have proved their cowardice. They have reinforcements, as if numbers mattered.
It's nice to see that the enemy reinforcements arrive on time. So, first things first, Start loosing off a few shots. Looks like the Egyptians might come to us, sir. That's not really uncommon for them, but they do like to say hello all the time. So, slingers, I'd be ready, and also no skirmishing. Do not skirmish. Right, cavalry, we're gonna have some fun. Libyan spears, I'd get yourselves ready. You start chucking a couple of shots into their flank. I know you can bring them down, especially if you really put that effort in. There we go. We're already broken one. Right, artillery. We've come far too far. We need to pull back a little bit. So I would bring yourselves back. Slingers, you need to skirmish away a little bit, or even better yet, actually you might just be able to hold out for now. Right, how are we doing here? Morale isn't doing too well. Right, pull out. Libyan spears, can you come and lend a hand, please? Because we are losing there. It's alright. That didn't go too well. That was a bit of a botch, but it's alright. Still got this one. Just need to let the Libyan spears just lend a hand and try and bog them down a little bit. Other unit of... God, why are the Egyptians just so disorganised? It actually really frustrates me how disorganised they are. I think I'm just not very good at fighting people who fight like fucking chickens, or headless chickens. Right. Keep hitting what you can. The Egyptians are up to something. That's what we can ascertain for definite. Many of those Pharaoh's bowmen are looking to cause trouble. Start hitting them. You lot, try and just make sure you're not in the position where you're going to get hit, and we did lose our long shield cavalry for good. The thing is with them being cavalry is they rout quicker. Artillery, ooh, nice shot. Oh, double nice shot. Artillery, that was a fantastic volley. Try to focus your efforts over here though. Where are those reinforcements coming from, by the way? I don't even fucking know. I'm guessing they're somewhere. I think they're probably what's way over here, actually. Yeah, that's them. They're nearly here, but yeah, whatever. I don't care about them. They'll go down. Right. Libyan spears, try and get yourselves a bit more organised. Royal cavalry, start coming around this flank. The Egyptians so far are just playing aversion tactics and just seem to be extremely disinterested in just engaging us on any form, really. So it's allowing the slingers really just to make fools of these people. I would get out of there, but I don't want you engaging a phalanx unit head on. Let's face it, that isn't what you're supposed to do, but I just don't even know what's going on anymore. Right. We've got no engagement. Well, we've got one engagement going on here, but it looks like it's really going to last. One of you want to try and give those Pharaoh's bowmen a go if you want? Should be able to probably bring their morale down. I mean, they are tougher fighters than usual, but right. All units of slingers, keep hitting those Pharaoh's guards. You've got their backs. You... Right, Royal Cavalry unit. Oh, you know what, better yet. Armoured elephants. Deal with them. They've isolated themselves. They are yours to play with. Right. Libyan spears, you are playing ball against these guys, but Libyan spearmen aren't. It's too long. So you know what, Libyan spears, get yourselves out of there. Looks like the enemy cavalry was waiting for me to pull away. Right. Seeing as you're in a bit of a tricky position here, but at the same time, I don't suppose chariots may run away at the slightest hint. But you know what, try and pull back to the line now, because the Egyptians are coming in for their assault. I think they were waiting for their reinforcements to arrive. So it means we are losing our slinger line, unfortunately, which isn't fantastic. Hey! Right. Royal Cavalry, where the hell are you? I do not tolerate people attacking my elephants. You get there quickly, and you action that now. Enemy chariots have now just committed suicide, so that is cool by me. Right. Poenis, organise yourselves here. Get ready for the incoming. I think the Egyptians are now going to commit to an engagement. Looks like we've managed to get out of range of the enemy as well, so the armoured elephants should be able to bring down whatever's left of these chariots. Yeah, they're the archers. They're going to keep skirmishing away. They are trying to get a few shots out, so this may piss off the elephants, but at the same time we are counter-volleying, so it's just going to be a case of who has a dead eye. Anyway, cavalry, monitor this flank. The Egyptians are trying it on. Poenis, move in, secure this flank. Libyans, move in, secure this flank. Chariots looks like they're going to come in for their main assault now, so we want to be ready. I think they're waiting for me to... I think they're just waiting for openings, like really random openings as well, but at the same time, when they get these openings, they just do this instead.
Has been killed. Now we will see the measure of these soldiers' courage.
You know, when have I said this before, but whenever I play against the Egyptians online, their chariots are unstoppable, and yet when I play against them in campaign, they are extremely stoppable. Someone want to fill me in as to why, apart from the fact that the Egyptians are a bit stupid. Right. What's happened over here? Good job. Elephants, bring yourselves back into the field and await further orders. You are a bit winded, I know, but ain't game over yet. Artillery, you just keep doing what you're doing. You are trying to get those shots. I know you are really bloody trying. I've got my war elephants there back a little bit at least. Oh, wait. Ah, right. War elephants, get yourselves out of there. They're panicked, right? Don't let it get to you, elephants. Do not let it get to you. I will bring down those bowmen. Right, you lot. Got some Pharaoh's bowmen trying to be dickheads. Get rid of them. Artillery, you have to target whatever's over here now. Just keep hitting this flank here. I'm going to have my cavalry now just finish off the archers. They're just scattered around a little bit, and for now I'm happy just to keep my infantry line here. Wait, wasn't I on the offensive? Oh well, whatever. The Egyptians get to me. Right. We have just lost some guys to the Pharaoh's guard. So right, Sacred Band, I want you to get in there and help out. Sacred Band here. Ooh, risky. Right. Hold your position. Oh, there goes the other one. I forgot there were two of them to kill today.
Now we will see the measure of his soldiers' courage.
Chariots were effective for once though. They managed to just break me up there, but then they've just broken themselves up, so that's fine. Right. Move in. Try and get some hits there. I need to get these elephants in the battlefield now. I can't wait any longer. Artillery. Call it off. War elephants. I need you now. Get in there. Finish this off. This battlefield is getting quite chaotic, but the cavalry is going to keep pushing the archers away now. Force them into a skirmish. We should be able to bring our elephants into the field and go for the big finish now. Iberians, if you can try and chase down and tie up anything valuable, that may buy a few times for a devastating elephant charge to come in and hit them on the rear. Either way, Royal Cavalry, your job now, chase down, get some kills, then we're sorted. But apart from that, I think we've got this battle just about wrapped up. A little bit chaotic, a little bit unorthodox, but artillery was definitely trying to pull its punches today, and we were... I think we may have been a bit sloppy in some areas, mainly in protection of our flanks, but yeah, I think that's the thing with the Egyptians. We can deal with them, but at the same time, they are just so unpredictable sometimes, and that can work against us. Right, you've got some bowmen coming in for a mad random charge, by the way, so give them a mad random killing spree, or, you know, madly randomly kill them off. Right. Keep moving in for those kills. War elephant, well, armoured elephants, you're a bit too far behind now, but if you want to come in for a run, or, you know, actually, no. Call it a day. They'll never reach it in time. Call it a day. Let the little elephants get their exercise in for today, and make them grow big and strong like you. Right, we're going to keep bringing in these guys as well, by the way. There we go. Definitely doing quite well against these Pharaoh's bowmen. We are pushing them down. I haven't quite pushed them into a rout, but they are going to rout any second now. Did we lose those Pharaoh's guard, by the way? Did they die, run away? I think we managed to just crunch them a little bit. Yeah. Losses here were a little bit worse, so I think it may be high time we hightail. Well, not hightail, they were not running back, but you know, I think it's time we just nipped back for some reinforcements. We do basically have an entire extra army now stationed at Leptis Magna who can just tag in now, so that's fine by me. And the general himself can actually just tag in as well, since his bodyguard has taken so little damage that he can just keep on pushing, really. I mean, that's the thing I like about you, Amilcus. You just keep it up.
Chase them from the field and give them no rest or pity.
Right. Keep routing them down. Keep routing them down. Don't let them get away. I know what you're about to charge into has a load of spears, by the way, and is actually about to get away, but I want you to just keep following them, because see what you can just shoot in the back, really. That's what I'm really aiming for here. A few more shots will just keep their numbers down. There we go. Good. Right. Turn around, finish off whatever's left.
Run! Drive them from the battlefield!
And that's the Egyptians beaten back for a little longer. And that is always the best possible outcome for a battle against the Egyptians. They run away back to wherever they've come from, mainly Libya. And I can start thinking about conquering Libya one day. I think that would also be a nice little end game for us, because, you know, I have Libyan spearmen, but I still don't have Libya. So, you know, I'm just basically... It's probably why the Egyptians are so narky with me. I'm nicking all their men. They emigrate from Libya to join my spearman corps, and, well, that's probably just why they are so narky. I'm literally stealing population from them, so I guess in a way it is due reason for them to be so angry at me, but at the same time, I think it's just because the Egyptians are being dicks.
Orders completed, great lord! Victory lies in your grasp, and there is nothing the enemy can do but run!
Nice job, men. We pushed them back, pushed back another weird, unorthodox Egyptian attack. This time we definitely lost quite a few more men. I think I had a few errors in my strategy there that allowed them to get more kills, but at the same time, brought them down to practically nothing. One army actually was near enough completely eliminated, so happy with that. Ooh, who got 441? Sacred Band Cavalry. Well done. I'm going to send you home for some well-deserved reinforcements now, and well-deserved rest and relaxation in a way. I've got a reward for men. Maybe even find a few extra denarii in their pay packets if they're lucky. But I can't authorise pay rises, so it won't happen. You'd like to think it'd happen though, because I think the men are earning their pay today.
Glorious victory!
Anyway, that is actually one Egyptian army just wiped out for good. Right. Head back for Lepsis Magna. Looks like Captain Apries may catch us though, so let's just quickly boggle up a couple of dudes to even out our numbers. So then we should be in a more prepared position to bring these enemies down. I think that's really where we can group up those slings, right? That should be enough, but if we do get attacked, I'm going to prefer a tactical retreat away from combat, but Lepsis Magna... God, fucking rebels are in the way, right? Captain Hiram, deal with those rebels, and then we're going to get you in. Once Captain Hiram arrives, we're going to send troops out of Lepsis Magna, because unfortunately... if we put on growth... yeah, good. Because I want to send troops out of Lepsis Magna now to help out, really. So, what are we like for happiness in Lepsis Magna? What is a garrison contributing, really? 35%, right? That's fine. If garrison's already contributing that, we should be fine to send a garrison out to take the offensive, really. So, if you lot tag out, and Amilcus will come and pick you up, and then we will be able to tag in with, well, you know, you guys can tag in, he tags out. This army here is relatively strong as well. We've got plenty of long shield cavalry, plenty of Poenis, plenty of Libyan spearmen for bringing down those chariots, or anything else, any other cavalry that tried to throw us, because I know the Egyptians do have a nice selection of cavalry. It's just a shame they never bloody use it. Got some slingers, skirmishers, elephants. We are lacking on the artillery this time around, but sometimes our artillery doesn't really work. Mainly in the context that the Egyptians are a bit, they like to rush. By the way, £1,000,000 if you can bribe an Egyptian army to join me. I don't think it really works like that, but I don't know. What can you do with these guys? Can you bribe them? Oh, we can just actually just pay to disband an entire army. If you can pull this off, I'll be really happy with you. They don't want to do it this time, right? Yeah, there's nothing else really. You can try and force a disband. Maybe we need to build up your influence, but it's a shame because that would have been quite nice. We could have just bribed out an army. Maybe it only works better on smaller armies, so if we find one, then we will slip them a couple of pennies to kindly go away. But anyway, times are ticking, and before we end, we have another battle to do. Tabnet Herdus, I want you to move in on Captain Queso, and we're going to prepare to eliminate him once and for all. So, get a move on.
Engage the enemy!
May bring us into the annoying stead of Captain Caneus, by the way, but he shall be dealt with in due course as well. Anyway, here we go. So, Tabnet versus Queso. 2,701 men against 2,077, so there is a difference of just under 700 men today. Strength ratio is 2-to-1 in my favour, since I'm bringing quite a few Sacred Band with me. Artillery, heavy cavalry, or at least, you know, whatever heavy cavalry we bring. Libyan spears, Poenis, skirmishers. We actually don't have any slingers today, though, but slingers don't really seem to be too effective on the Julii anyway. In terms of what the enemy are bringing, plenty of light auxiliary, which actually makes me wish I had brought slingers out, because it is so fun to watch slingers absolutely maul light auxiliary. Auxilia Regulari, they will go down quite simply. 2 Urbans, ooh, tough fellas, but it's alright. We've got enough Sacred Band to account for them, and our artillery may be able to saw their numbers down before we make our push. They do have artillery of their own, but it's heavily weakened, and then a couple of Roman cavalry. They don't really tend to get under our feet, even more light auxiliary. They're not going to do much. They're only really good if we were in close quarters, because they do basically throw pillums. I think if we can try and thin them down with some... I mean, if we had archers, that would have been even better, but we don't bring archers to the field. We also have round shield cavalry. I don't know why I brought these. They can have some fun chasing down the peltasts, I guess, or the Illyrians. Oh, no, we brought both. Oh, well. Either way. It's a relatively light Julii army, save for those urban cohorts who will need to be made a priority target, but I think we may be able to bring this guy down. Obviously we need to put the effort in, so let's go put some effort in right now.
The lands of the dead will see many new souls before the sun sets. Just make sure that you are not one of them. Send our foes there instead. We go now to our bloody business!
Okay, so the bloody business today is killing a lot of Julii because, yeah, that's what we gotta do. So, let's get deploying. So, how do we start? Well, let us begin with the onagers. So, there we go, and let's just set up some fire arrows and all that stuff. Right, Sacred Band, you are going to be deploying just behind now. The enemy does have artillery of their own, so then we may want to just keep our deployment back a little bit this time. But it does tempt the enemy into advancing, but at the same time, don't want to be playing the artillery game with them and be able to move out in case. Poenis, though, it is Roman tactics, so we are going to put the Poenis up first because I don't like having the Sacred Band deal with all the pillums. Spears, we'll put 2 of you on one flank, 1 on the other flank. It is just Roman cavalry, something you guys are more than capable of bringing down, so you should be good. Iberians, you will be here. You'll just keep an eye on the artillery. You'll be actually quite good for just chopping down those light auxiliary. You shouldn't really have an issue with those. Skirmishers, you're at the rear of a formation. You will be providing some additional firing support as and when. No skirmishing, by the way. And then Royal Cavalry, you will be here. And you, General, what's your name again? Tabinet, of course. You will be here. And you will just guide for the round shield cavalry. Very weak, I know, but you can have some fun chasing down the skirmishers. Right, there we go. So, that's a nice little formation I've built there. Let's use it to kill some Julii and bring them another inch closer to defeat. Okay, artillery, you know what you're doing. I want you to hit them dead centre of that formation. So target that light auxiliary and get to work on it. Looks like the enemy is going to be a little awkward, and they're going to move their entire formation around, so it's going to be trying to hit a moving target. A million points if you smashed that, by the way. You tried. Either way, we're going to try and hit them as hard as we can. I'm good hit. I saw some urban cohorts dying there. And, oh, a few more urban cohorts got killed. This is what I like to see. Either way, actually, what the blazing fuck are they? Are they actually running away? Are they actually running away? Jesus. I'm not even... You know what? I'm not even giving chase. Oh, wait, they're not. They're not running away. They just want to put themselves somewhere close to where they're going to be running away because, well, let's face it, they're just planning ahead of when they inevitably retreat. Okay. Artillery, you may want to shift your position a little bit just so when you're targeting them, but don't think they're getting a free pass out of this. I mean, they've already lost a couple of their urban cohorts, which is always fantastic. I think a few auxiliary dead as well. I'm hoping that, yeah, obviously dead urbans. Good. More dead urbans, the better, because I don't like urbans. I like them being dead, which is quite redundant there, but you know. By the way, where are those urbans lurking now? Bring your attack forward, please. It's always target the unit slightly in front, so, but then again, you know what? Target those light auxiliary and you... Oh, there we go. Either way, we need to be trying to hit those urbans. So, you know what, target the unit that's just in front of it, and then, yeah. Either way, I saw a nice high shot go out there. Don't know where. Oh, there it goes. Nice. Not getting too many kills, but you know what? We are having a nice hit of accuracy today, so I'm going to take that. Oh! If only we had an actual general to kill today. That was pretty dangerous for him. However, I'm not noticing four... Oh, wait, I think all four of them are firing. I think they're just on a bit of a time sink delay today. Oh. The Julii are getting quite pummeled today, so this is absolutely fantastic what I'm seeing today. Yeah, one of them is just actually running a little late today. That's always brilliant. Oh, nice. And keep those numbers coming down. Have a nice, soft enemy to deal with today. I mean, the cavalry is not having fun. No one's having any fun today. Well, I'm having fun. I'm having fun just watching the enemy get absolutely burned. The only issue we are going to have is we are marching up a hill, so that is going to start stressing and tiring my men out. But I guess that's what the artillery helps counterbalance, really. More of these guys we hit out with our artillery, the less we'll have to actually physically fight when we get to the top. Anyway, keep it coming. Just keep it coming. I mean, God, that Roman cavalry unit is just not having a fun day today, is it? It's just getting absolutely whomped by us. And, oh, here comes another good volley. Oh, yeah. Alright, not the best volley there. Right, maybe aim your shots a little further this time around, and then, yeah, well, I think we're just going to fast forward it now and just see what the result is once this has all happened. But what we are seeing mainly is a lot of dead Julii, mainly a lot of dead cavalry, really, and I'm having a bit of trouble because the game's lagging a bit whenever I triple speed it, but yeah, it's still satisfying to watch. I mean, oh God, that cavalry is just not, it's just not having a fun day today, is it? It's just crippling itself. But yeah, I know, but it's actually the only fucking hell cavalry, right? Artillery, maybe try and position yourselves just forward a little bit more. Just, I think the artillery just isn't listening to me about where it wants to shoot. Maybe it can't go any further. I don't think it can, actually. Well, maybe it can. I don't know. Either way, the artillery is nearly out of ammo anyway, so right. Just keep it up. Just keep shooting what you can. But yeah, I think that cavalry is just not in. It's just not having a good day today. You know, yeah, just move forward a bit. Right, artillery, can you just come forward a little bit, please? Maybe just come forward a little bit. You're gonna have a better chance of hitting whatever's here. Maybe, I don't know. If that's the case, then yeah. If not, then well, we hit some of the light auxiliary, I guess. But I think we just keep hitting that. Yeah, I think that Roman cavalry is just. It's just not its day today. It is just not its day. I mean, yeah. Alright, artillery, you can leave now. You did a good job. Could have done better, if I'm honest. Maybe because I really would have liked to see more dead urban cohort. But at the same time, we have definitely reduced the enemy's cavalry support to that of being very, very, very dead. A couple of the light auxiliary have also been taken out, so that's just a few less of those guys to be worrying about. Auxiliary is a little weakened. Did hit a few urban cohorts on the way up anyway, and the general's unit is getting weaker as well. Right, it's going to be a bit of a challenge getting up here because there is enemy artillery for us to worry about as well. Looks like the enemy's adjusting their formation as well, but it's just a general adjustment. So, or is it actually? I think they're coming forward. Or no, we're going to put the strong unit up now. Let the stronger go forward. Right, let's watch what we're up to first. Yeah, it's just a general readjustment. Right, begin moving up. All units are now to proceed up the hill and prepare to kill the enemy. Royal Cavalry unit, start making your way up this flank. Other cavalry unit, begin making your way this way. The enemy is trying to offer us a very wide line today. So, but then again, they're going to keep moving around. So you know what? I'm not going to adjust my formation just yet. I want them to try and actually decide on a formation first. Libyan Spears, I want you up here because I want you to be ready for that cavalry because it may try to prematurely charge forward. Iberians, you can start moving forward if you want. Other Libyans, you can come here. Skirmishers, try and position yourselves here if you can. That'd be useful for me. And yeah, I think that's everyone with a order now. So everyone's just going to start moving forward while the Julii just try and get themselves organised. I just don't really know what they're up to, but either way, if I do keep doing this, that means that artillery is actually probably going to be not firing at me a lot. Right, we finally got some movement. Right, good. What have we got coming in? A couple of Roman cavalry. They're dealable with. What's coming in with them? Auxilia. Of course it'd be Auxilia, right? You wipe out that light Auxilia and, well... Oh, come on. Are you just faking me out? Well, the regular Auxilia aren't going to do much better in battle either. So, right, whatever they're bringing, watches it, crashes against our spears and dies. Right, Libyan spears. Get in there and keep them occupied. You hold position. We've got a few bad guys incoming, but at the same time, those Auxilia aren't going to hold their battle for very long. They're already wavering. The Libyan spears are keeping them back. These guys just realise it's probably not a good idea to get involved, and yeah, they're routing.
Enemy general
Right.
shows his value. He is filled only by a desire to save his own skin.
One of you take down that legionary cohort, by the way, and one of you chase down whatever's left of the Auxilia. The Brutii made a... Well, the Brutii are also very foolish, but the Julii have made a foolish mistake there, and we have managed to exploit that quite successfully. That artillery's looking for an opening to fire now, though. And what's annoying is they've got so many units guarding it, it's going to be hard for me to get an opening to take it down. Right. Cavalry, pull back to the flanks and await further orders. Infantry is now getting into position to try and do some harm to the enemy. What have we got moving around over there? A few more Roman cavalry. Roman cavalry's just actually... It just keeps looking for something to do, really, this Roman cavalry. I think it's just bored. But either way, it just keeps getting into engagements it can't win, and then, well, regretting it a few minutes later. Or a few seconds later, really. Right, we're going to keep away from those Auxilia, by the way. Come on. Just generally move away from them. Libyan spearmen, if you want to try and keep them distracted for a little bit, that's fine by me. You go and chase down those Illyrians while they're isolated. You get behind the line. You go and finish those Auxilia off. Get rid of them. Right. Got a few more retreating enemies. Right, General, start moving up the flank and get ready to provide some support. Right. What's going on over here? We've just managed to break through those Illyrian merc. We broke them. Right. Try and kill them all. The enemy isn't... Well, the enemy is actually now sending support. So... And again, I'm not exactly rushing to send support. Micromanagement fuckfest here. Right. Get out of there, because I've got issues to deal with here. I've got a flank charging coming that's just decided to try and cripple me, but at the same time it's just these idiots again, and off he goes again. See you in 2 seconds when you try that shit again. Right, start moving in on those light Auxilia. Skirmishers. Get there, shoot, fire at whatever you goddamn like. And, oh god, now he just actually can't even do a charge anyway. Right. You lot, get your formations ready. We've got a battle to win. What have we got going on over here? Libyan spearmen. Keep it back. Don't want you engaging urbans right now. Sacred Band, you've got an urban to deal with. Eliminate him. Sacred Band cavalry, eliminate whatever's going on here. Where is your cohort? He is here right now. Get up there, find something to kill, make a good job of it. Poenes, I've got you quite isolated at this point, which isn't really fantastic, but at the same time, that cavalry support should be adequate to keep the enemy at bay. So round shields, you target the light Auxilia, you should be fine dealing with those. General, you deal with the mercs. Right, what's going on over here now? We've got the urban courts trying to engage us. They are surrounded near... Right, they've just pulled out, actually. Yeah, Julie, I pull out as well when I've just like fucking shat myself in the battlefield like you've just done here. This is an absolute bloody farce of a battle I'm watching. And I know my farces because I'm usually the one causing these, but you know what? You have not put a lot of thought into your strategy today. You have not put a lot of effort into your strategy. You have been here, there, and everywhere, if I'm honest. And honestly, you have just given me a rather boring battle. This wasn't fun. This was just like... bloody stupid, as I had to just go and do some really stupid micromanagement that I didn't really want to do in the first place. I mean, I'm not being lazy, but it was unnecessary. Honestly, it was like unnecessary micromanagement because you just decided to blow your line up to be as wide as it could, and what did it get you at the end of the day? Sod all, if I'm honest. All you've really done is you've killed a few Sacred Band, but that's only because your urban cohorts managed to just get an engagement going for once and actually managed to hold it up for a few seconds. Right, cavalry, run down whatever's left. I've got cavalry inbound just to finish off those urbans, and done for anyway. Good.
These men are perfect. They are running from the battle in terror.
What do I even say about this battle apart from the Julii had no idea what they're doing, and this is probably an example of a reason why they're about to get eliminated. They may have thought they were cunning, retreating to Greece and trying to set up a colony here, But who's laughing now? Because, let's face it, I've conquered Greece. They only hold the Adriatic now. And they've lost all their homelands as well. Oh dear, they lost Arretium, didn't they? Oh well, can't be helped really, it happens. It happens when you piss off Carthage and you fucking exile us to Iberia, and then we look for a way of getting our revenge. Oh yes, Julia, don't forget, you played a part in my original exile. I remembered you kicking me out of Corrales, my lovely little colony. I remember you trying to conquer it when your Skippy Eye friends called on you for support. And I remember your navies constantly harassing me in the Mediterranean. Well, because of his payback, you exiled me, I have now exiled you. And you will now also suffer a permanent exile, as I permanently kill you, and you'll be permanently exiled from the gift of life. So, I think it works out very, very fairly. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, who's left? What little snivelling snotbag has not died yet? Just a couple of light auxiliary who are getting run down by the Libyan spearmen. Have fun. I don't think the Iberians even got a look in, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Iberians. Maybe next time. But for now, I am very happy with this result. I think that is close to a total elimination.
Sweet indeed, and all the sweeter for being so decisive.
Yeah, I actually don't think there was actually a lot of any enemy left. Yeah, 68. Well done, Captain Queso. I guess you were trying to prove yourself as a threat, but in the end, you have proven yourself a highly incompetent commander. You were so incompetent, in fact, you allowed round shield cavalry, a cavalry who I have routinely lambasted for their inadequacy in the field, you just allowed them to get 278 kills. Well done, fucko. Well bloody done. They didn't get promoted, by the way, which I think is an absolute robbery, but that's Total War for you. Either way, war is sweet to those who have never experienced it. Oh, well. Either way. We may be depleted of moves, we may be dealing with Captain Caneus next time, but he is not really much to be feared. You pretty much have a clear corridor for Salona now. Juba will deal with Apollonia, but either way, that's it. The enemy army routed, and if I'm honest, the Julii are just about done. I think within maybe 3 turns, we'll be saying goodbye to them for good. We'll be making our move on Apollonia, we'll move on Salona, and, well, it'll be curtains. So yeah, that's why we'll call it an episode as well. So, what have we achieved today? Well, we've really struck another mortal blow to the Julii and brought them back a little bit closer to death. And we've pushed back quite a few Egyptians out of Tripolitania, whatever you want to call it, Tripolitania. And we will be happily giving them a bit more hurt later when we send in another army to tag in. So, that'll be all for next time though, and we shall see everything else that happens. We'll try to continue to tighten our grip up here, because it looks like we may be having a new foe joining in who's finally got off his fat ass. So, we'll see how that plays out. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you all on the next episode. Have a lovely evening, my friends.